So my presentation is on rabies or rabies lyssavirus. Rabies, it's a contagious and fatal viral disease, mainly from dogs and other mammals, causing madness and convulsion. And it is transmissible to humans through saliva, so like bites and scratches. And what it does is it attacks our central nervous system. It is a bullet-shaped, single-stranded RNA virus from the family Rabidoviiridae. Some global epidemiology. So rabies is still worldwide. Now it is lesser in certain areas than others. There are still over 150 countries that report cases of rabies each year. But a cool fact is like Antarctica, completely inexistent due to the climate and lack of suitable hosts. Some main reservoirs are bats and dogs, while the other wildlife can carry rabies. It's just less common. And globally, dogs are more responsible for human death, causing about 99%. Transmission, again, is through saliva of infected animals via bites and scratches. Now, there are extremely rare cases where you can have human to human, and that's mainly occurs if there's an organ transplant or from contact with infected tissue. Incubation period, so it's typically 1 to 3 months, but it can vary from case to case, whether the severity of the wound or the location of the bite, if it's closer to the brain, or kind of the amount of virus that was introduced in the first initial bite. And again, symptoms usually begin once the virus has reached the central nervous system. So, some virulent factors of rabies. Rabies has a surface glycoprotein that plays a crucial role in infectivity, and it binds to nicotinic ACH receptors on neurons in the CNS, facilitating the virus entry into the host cell. Once inside, the virus uses a retrograde axonal transport to travel through neurons towards the brain and CNS. This binding of the glycoprotein to receptors is key to the viral life cycle. Now, rabies has a ribosome inactivating proteins, and that inhibits protein synthesis by disrupting ribosomal RNA. And this prevents the host from mounting an immune response, allowing the virus to replicate faster and evade detection. Some things on incidence and mortality rates. Now, there's still about 59,000 deaths annually. And again, that's mainly in areas where vaccines are less common and treatment is less common. And it is, again, rabies is nearly 100% fatal once symptoms appear, but can nearly be 100% preventable with good pre-exposure prophylaxis. Some complications of rabies. So, a main one is neurological damage. It can have brain inflammation, and then paralysis can also start at the wound sites. Some vaccine and history of rabies. So, effective rabies vaccines are available for both pre exposure and post exposure protection. They work by stimulating the immune system to produce antibodies, preventing the virus from reaching the CNS. For post exposure prophylaxis, rabies immune globulin is given for immediate antibodies, followed by 4 vaccine doses over 14 days. And then pre-exposure vaccines is recommended for high-risk groups like veterinarians, vet techs, people that work with animals a lot. Despite the advancements in limited vaccine access in parts of like Asia and Africa, it still continues to cause death. And that's kind of highlighting the importance of animal vaccinations. And then have my questions, and that's all I have.